Whether you like it or not,
Love it.
we got the drip.
Got it.
We got it from scraping the pie,
Straight.
then hitting the strip.
Strip.
These niggas is stripping, they thinking they hot,
hot.
but I'm on my shit.
Hey.
Virginia, we coming, we not gonna stop
Never.
until we get rich. I don't care how you feel. I'ma keep hitting.
What's up? It's Cunny TV Live. I'm here with Cunny himself, live in the flesh. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing going. So, start it off, Cunny. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a country boy from South Boston, Virginia. Pretty much regular guy like everybody else, just trying to make it, working hard, businessman, love my family, regular nigga.
So, what inspired you to do music?
Well, pretty much by the time I was born, my brother had a full studio, so I was pretty much born into this game.
What inspired you to push your brand? Tell us about your brand.
Well, my brand is Black Hood Records. Black Hood goes back to some neighborhood shit, you know what I'm saying? And, a lot of people know about it, a lot of people don't, but I stayed true to it. And the original constituents of Black Hood, they're in other places doing other things, and I kept it alive. So I feel good about that. So that's the start of my brand. There's more shit coming, you know, different logos, whatever. That's pretty much what that is.
Do you consider yourself to be an underground artist, an indie artist? What kind of artist do you consider yourself to be?
Well, I come from the era where the underground was the shit. So I ain't got no major deal. So I still look at myself as an underground artist. However, I am a veteran. So
Would you consider that to be locally?
well, locally currently, but there was a time when, you know, I was going national.
Explain that timeline.
Well, about 2003, I had started working with DJ Flex, which was the radio personality in DC at the time. And it was pretty much at the crib with the celebration. We made it, you know, popping bottles, listening to the tape back, and I get the call that my father died. So I pretty much came back to South Boston, sacrificed my deal, and today.
And how old were you when your father died? 23. So, do you got any relations with any of the local talent right now in South Boston? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate the local talent?
Well, I love this local talent, and there's definitely people around here who get attention to it. And as a whole, I believe we have what it takes to have a place in this game and make some noise.
What do you think the biggest downfall is as far as people who are rapping and doing different things in South Boston? What do you think the biggest downfall is as far as pursuing that career?
I think our biggest downfall is the unity. There's no unity, real true unity and support. Where
Right.
somebody put their pride to the side and put their money and support behind one artist that we feel can do it for us.
Right. So who do you think is some good talent locally right now?
Well, first and foremost, I'm always put my partner out there, AU. I believe he's one of the most consistent. I'm on Facebook every day, and he's pretty much the most consistent in dropping music for us to listen to. So I'm definitely going to say him first, but there are other artists doing things too. I ain't got no key out there. There's so many. I get to them. We'll keep it rolling.
No, that's my first time. Yeah, I told her to her face. Yeah. But she got on the waist train. Baby, I know.
You do. What is that? You do.
Oh, baby, I know. Baby, I know you do it to all the girls. You know that I'm fragile. Ooh, baby, I know you do it to all the girls. Play with their heart, then you tear them apart. Baby, I know you do it to all the girls. You know that I'm fragile. Oh, baby, I know you do
done any features with anybody locally?
Oh yeah, I've done features with pretty much all of them. You know, you got KO, you got Lil Key, you got old school artists. You know, because I'm 40 years old, so we got artists dating back. You know, so as far as new artists, I've connected with more producers than the rappers, because you know the rappers on a whole different swag now.
So were the producers locally too? Or did you expand more with the producers than you did the artists?
Well, in this stage of the game, you know, I produce more and spit less. However, I still got albums, and I still collab with other artists. So be looking out for those.
If we wanted to find your music, where could we find it at?
You
What
can-
platforms are you on right now?
You can go to all the major platforms and search Cunny. My current album is Fascination. You spell it like it's spelled, Fascination. So that's Apple Music, Spotify, you know, TikTok, whatever.
Right,
all
so
that.
that's official. Everything's
Yeah,
official.
everything's out there.
That's what's up. So, if you could change anything about the music industry right now, what would you change?
The respect for lyricism, true bars. It's just, you know, I'm not mad at where the game went, because business-wise, some of these things make sense. You dumb down your flow so you can remember it when you're on stage, you know. It's
Right.
simple. But the respect for lyricism, because a lot of us rappers that have still evolved with the times still love that 90s flow.
Right.
And, you know, in the culture of hip hop, it's 80s and 90s. And that's, you know, you gotta keep the love and respect for that.
Well, would you think that they're making a different genre with the current rap that they got out right now?
Well, yeah, there's always a new genre. That's what keeps the game going. And I'm not sure exactly what to call this new genre, but it's definitely that.
Like trap rap or something.
Yeah, trap. You know what I'm saying? That's a genre.
And mumble rap. Everybody in the
Exactly.
mumble rap
Yeah,
right now.
Mumble rap. And I believe that's due to, you know, various activities that we indulge ourselves in.
Right. It was a trend at one point. It was a trend. So what projects are you working on right now?
Well, right now, me and my partner AU got this Gas Pack mixtape, and we also got the Gas Pack 2 ready for y'all after, you know what I'm saying, y'all see what's good with that one. And I got a new album coming out called No Cap Rap. So be looking out for that. Couple singles we about to drop. And you can go anywhere, Reverb Nation, go to SoundCloud, just search for your boy Cunny.
All right. So if we wanted to buy your brand, like, you know, so you got the Black Hood, everything on right now. So where can we get that at?
Well, currently, people is hitting me on Facebook, you know. My Facebook is Derek Cunningham, Derek Satep N. Rock Cunningham. That's a whole other story too. You know what I'm saying? But people is hitting me on Facebook for the most part. Instagram, Cunny Boss. We'll drop some links for you.
So how big would you say your fan base is? Like as far as locally?
Well, locally, musically, my fan base isn't as big as some artists because they're looking at me as a 40-year-old rapper. However, where I am to the game is definitely known. So I don't know how much fans that bring.
And I always considered you to be somebody who worked smarter versus harder. So like, tell us about some of the investments that you're making outside of the whole music thing. Like, I know you got more than one way of generating everything that you want. Like if you could give a piece of advice to somebody out there that's trying to do these types of things, like what piece of advice would you give them?
Well, investment-wise, I would say any endeavor, any escapade you go on to become successful in this music business especially, every dollar that you spend needs to go towards what you're trying to accomplish. And I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. For example, I went on the road. I went to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And I had everything set up for me. I had the studio out there, you know, in the loft, and you know, was connected with DJs, you know, meeting people. So we had everything set up right. But I'm in the streets spending money, gambling, you know, hustling, where I should have just been focused on the prize. So one piece of advice I can give is if you're spending money and you out there on the road trying to make it and do whatever, make sure you're spending it in the right places.
Or you got anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Oh shit, I want to give a shout out to my nigga Hugh, my nigga KO.
No.
Want to give a shout out to all the troops. KO, K Cobra. I got that Kush beat. We got upcoming producers. I ain't gonna shout all of them out, but be looking out for Hugh for real. Low Key, Cuz, Loud Man, my cuz. You know, the list can go on. We're gonna keep it rolling though.
What you doing, man? We finna roll up. Head out to the spot and talking pull up. And yes, you say cause all the gangsters know us. Let's get this thing started. Hold up. I ain't thirsty, but I see a new slut. They call me Connie, nice to meet you. Show that love. And we gon' roll that up.
Hey, getting this whip, I'm feeling them hips. I give it a lift, I'm feeling your pick, but still I don't click. You laying it thick, I step out the box. You can leave on your socks, but off with the top, I'll do the job. I'm rolling a bob, double like a pod, easy. All eyes on you when I'm peeping, they reaching. I'ma never mind that I'm scheming. I'm the one to be seen with. And she knows my whole team lit. And she knows the boat niggas eating. Discussing numbers in the meeting.